proud Sanatani. In fact, I think perhaps the world needs the philosophies of Sanatan. I speak very strongly against the caste system. I don't use my surname on my books, and I speak on it using our own ancient texts. We just spoke earlier of European Christians and Turkic Muslims who have killed hundreds of millions of people over the last 2000 years, wiped out entire civilizations. Zoroastrian Persia, Pharaonic Egypt, Greco-Roman pagans. Christianity and Islam get over their visceral hatred for heathens and kafirs and the need to do violence against them. Yes, they should.
Where do you stand on the Sanatan debate which is going on right now?
Okay.
It should be eliminated. It should be gotten rid of. It's the Sanatan is idol worship. It is casteism. It's machhar. It's all that is there, and a lot of self-flagellation about how destructive religion has been. Sanatan, that aspect of Sanatan Dharma has been. So the rituals are okay, but Sanatan as got corrupted because of it. Where do you stand in all this? I'm deviating a bit from the book a little bit.
No, I certainly don't call for the elimination of Sanatan. I'm a very proud Sanatani. In fact, I think perhaps the world needs the philosophies of Sanatan right now. This is, of course, not to defend casteism. In fact, actually, I mean, I speak very strongly against the caste system. I don't use my surname on my books, and I speak on it using our own ancient texts. The Bhagavad Gita does not say that Varna is based on birth. It says Guna and Karma. Chaturvarnya maya shrusham guna karma vibhagasha. We were speaking about the first standard, the entry level into our scriptures, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. What Varna was Valmiki ji born into? We all know he was born a Brahmin, right? Ved Vyas ji was the son of a fisherwoman, right? So our foundational text, the one who compiled the Vedas, okay, was Krishna Dwaipayan. In the Valmiki Ramayana, there's Satyakam Javali, who is one of the royal priests, the Purohits of Lord Ram's family, right? So it's a very, very, very senior post. He was the son of a single Shudra mother, right? That's the way it was. We must speak against the caste system. But look, any way of life, and that is the Indian way, we recognize that. Any way of life has strengths and areas of improvements, right? To list the weaknesses and areas of improvements as the description of a religion is textbook bigotry, right? And to say that because of these weaknesses, this has to be eliminated. We just spoke earlier of European Christians and Turkic Muslims who have killed hundreds of millions of people over the last 2000 years, wiped out entire civilizations. Zoroastrian Persia, Pharaonic Egypt, Greco-Roman pagans, Buddhist Afghanistan.
Most heartbreakingly, all those wonderful ancient cultures in South America.
Yeah, they've all been wiped out. So are you going to say the same thing about Christianity and Islam? I myself would oppose it, right? Because yes, should Christianity and Islam get over their visceral hatred for heathens and kafirs and the need to do violence against them? Yes, they should, right? But there are other very good things in Christianity and Islam and we should learn from, right? Similarly, should the dharmic religions, should they reform casteism? Of course. But that there are other good things as well. And I would like to point out that European Christians and Turkic Muslims have done very little to recognize the extent of death and destruction they've dealt in the last 2000 years, right? They probably killed more biomass than anyone else in the history of life itself, right? Simply because they worshipped idols, right? But Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, whatever term you want to use, has done a lot over the last 75 years to reform casteism. to reduce it, right? The reservation system that we have is the largest positive discrimination program, the largest affirmative action program in the history of humanity, right? The West does very little to its historical, to those it has oppressed. So I would say this is deeply unfair. There are two fault lines, okay, in our tradition. One is caste, the other is religion. The mass massacre of Hindu, Buddhist, Jains over the last 1,000 years, and the other is caste. We've done a lot on caste, right? I'm not saying it's perfect. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
But extermination is not the answer.
But we've actually done a lot compared to what the Abrahamic religions have done to recognize what they have done to all the ancient religions. We've done a lot on the caste. We have to do a lot more. I'm not denying that. But every single prime minister till recently was an upper caste prime minister. We have a Shudra prime minister now, and a backward caste prime minister now. In every state, you have very powerful backward caste and Dalit leaders in industries.
We've had Devegowda also
in
before.
every place.
Yeah.
No, I meant full term prime minister. Full term prime minister, right? Mayawati ji, and across so many
chief
states,
ministers.
politically,
True.
in business, in so many other areas, we have. I'm not saying it's perfect, but we made a lot of forward movement. And like I said, if you want to look at areas of improvement, there are massive areas of improvements in other religions as well. You're not calling for their elimination, is it? So this is, in my opinion, perhaps textbook bigotry. I don't know who, but if you're saying eliminate Sanatan, no.
Yeah. Just to both, even in the, according to the Bhagavad Puran at least, the cosmic illusion of Lord Vishnu, every caste is represented on his body. So if even the most downtrodden, the most backward class is part of one of the three pantheons of Hindu gods, how can it be
Ishan, don't, we must still recognize there was caste oppression.
Yes,
that
of course.
In the last, and in Who Were the Shudras, Dr. Ambedkar himself said that the caste system perhaps became rigid around 1500 years ago. Because you see many of the great ruling dynasties, Mauryas, they weren't actually born Kshatriyas, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Dr. Ambedkar said that in Who Were the Shudras, which kind of ties into even genetic research, which shows that intermingling between different communities stopped somewhere around 1500 to 2000 years ago, which meant that intermarriage stopped, which is again that the communities and castes became rigid. So we must recognize that it did happen, right? We must also recognize that we have done, that the state has done a lot. The founding fathers of our constitution made wise moves, and it has done a lot to improve this.
There's
over
even
last
the
75,
new
80
Rama
years.
temple in Ayodhya will be representative of all those social classes. There'll be a small temple in near the main temple for Shabari.
Yeah, and for Kevat?
Yeah, for Kevat,
Kevat ji as well, Nishad Raj.
who we have forgotten, right? Jatayu were in
The original
Not this-
Shilanyas, one of the original foundations was done by a Dalit. So these are good things that are happening. But I'm saying again that I would say is reform needed? Yes, of course. Is elimination needed? No, man. And because there are other religions which have done massive crimes as well. Are you calling for their elimination? This is unfair.
Too
And
quick.
this is classic binaries.
Yeah.